Grüße aus London, meine Damen und Herren. The summer finally seems to have arrived here. It's about 26 degrees today. Great weather, and I'm in a very good mood, not only because of that, but because I've just opened enrolment on my new intermediate German program. And in this video today, I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. First of all, let's get rid of this hat, and I'll reveal my new summer haircut. What do you think? If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Gareth Popkins, and here on the channel we're all about language learning in all its forms. I've got loads of tips and advice, looking at different methods, inspiring interviews with different language learners, and a bit of vlogging and my own language learning projects too. So welcome, and if you haven't yet subscribed for the vibe, please do. So, the new German program. Over the last couple of years, I've been talking to a lot of those of you who are upper intermediate German learners to try and find out some of the problems that you face as you try and burst or get into, scramble into intermediate. And you've been telling me that you have problems remembering the vocab, coping with all the new grammar structures, and finding time really to avoid overwhelm and keeping going in your language learning. There's a real risk at this stage, the excitement of the initial beginning push has gone, that you could actually give up. And it's always a tragedy when that happens because you've invested so much time and effort already. And yet people are giving up on the threshold of getting into what in a way is the most rewarding period as a language learner, when you're suddenly becoming an independent user. As an intermediate learner, you can suddenly you should be able to describe many more things, understand a lot more, and really get by once you're a solid intermediate in most situations that daily life at large in Germany or in another country where German is spoken can throw at you. So what I'm determined to do with this program is to help you into intermediate and make sure that you don't give up and you don't write off all the effort that you've put in so far. Now, in a sense, there's no mystery as to what you need to do. It's you keep going. You keep practicing, you keep getting good listening practice, and keep speaking, as frustrating and difficult as that can be. In a sense, you can't buck the system. You can't buy fluency. What you can do, though, is stack the odds in your favour. And my new mentored, it's a 10-week study programme, it's called Focus for Fluency into Intermediate German, is intended to help you do just that. We want to stack the odds in your favour. What I've done is got together with some great German teachers to put together some really realistic conversational dialogues. It's a dialogue-based approach, and each week, for 9 weeks, you will get a new dialogue with a native speaker, audio, MP3, conversational German situation. There are transcripts in both languages, and then we tackle the vocabulary and the grammar in innovative ways, relying on context, looking at patterns rather than theory, to really help you use what you're going to be learning. There are also lots of exercises for those of you who like that sort of thing for self-correct. So it's a sort of self-study program, but it's mentored. It's mentored in the sense that I will also be running webinars during the period to give you some pro tips and advice on how you can take things forward. There's a Facebook group where our German teacher will also be there to answer your questions, and you'll be able to support each other. We'll be logging our progress together to make sure that we don't slide back as well. So all in all, if you're feeling ready for a focused period of work this summer, then you want to find out more about this program. And you can do that by following the link underneath this video to the information and enrolment page. Now, I opened enrolment yesterday, and it's only open until midnight London time on Friday. That's the 28th of June. Why is that? That's because we're kicking off the following weekend. So at the very beginning of July, you will start to get the materials for the first week. And what will happen each week is then you'll get the materials for each week in stages, again, so that you don't feel overwhelmed. It's all about focus. Now, if you feel that you might be interested, you will no doubt have quite a few questions, so get yourself to the information and enrolment page. There's a lot more detail there. There's also a question and answer section right at the bottom. And if you've got any questions, of course, you can always contact me personally by email. And by the way, I will also be offering unlimited mentoring support by email to participants during the Focus for Fluency program. So I hope this summer is something which will interest you and that you want to find out more. So do follow the link underneath this video. Now on Thursday, here on the channel, it will be the next vlog from the Polyglot Gathering, day 2, so I've got to get off back and do some editing on that now. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. It's great fun to be doing those. And then I'm also looking forward to kicking off Focus for Fluency then at the end of this coming weekend. Remember, enrolment's possible just until this Friday, the 28th of June. So find out more, get yourself in the course if you're ready to focus in and take your journey to the next level. Bis nachher. Tschüss.